Wild Edibles episode 2. We're going to talk about the hibiscus plant. Dun dun dun. So a lot of people, they just think of a hibiscus plant as just like a nice plant that looks nice that you can plant in your garden. A lot of people like to use it as a fence line or something like that, but it actually has a lot of cool uses. So one of the things that you may not know is that you can actually just eat the hibiscus flower. So if you just grab a hibiscus plant, you can actually just eat the petals of the flower, as well as on the inside. Grab the hibiscus flower and you pull the petals, all the petals away from like the main part of that connects to the plant. You'll get this part of the plant, and if there's no bugs there, which sometimes there are, like on this one, then there will be like pollen there, and you can actually eat the pollen off of there. See that little drop of pollen on the tip of that? Well, anyways, that is pollen, and you can actually drink that, and it actually is really tasty. It almost tastes like honey, but pretty sweet. But you can get a little burst of energy, and you can also eat the petals, like I said. They don't really taste like anything. You can actually open up the bottom part, and get this little thingy off, which looks goofy, but whatever. Everything's about having fun while you do it. Another thing that's cool about it is you can actually eat the leaves. So the leaves are a bit maybe thicker, we'll say, but the best leaves to eat are the baby leaves. So these little baby leaves are the best to eat. They're a bit chewier. Hey, but if it saves your life. Okay, so those are the three most basic things about a hibiscus plant. The leaves, they're really like thick, and they're not the easiest to eat. So I wouldn't suggest just eating them because you're kind of hungry, unless you kind of like the taste of them. They're a bit hard, but yeah. Okay, you can make hibiscus you can make conditioner out of hibiscus plants. So how you make conditioner is you just take the leaves and you take a bunch of petals and you like smush them all together and like make them into like this mushed up mixture thing. And after you wash your hair with shampoo, and then you can take the conditioner which you made out of hibiscuses and put it in your hair after you wash your hair with shampoo, and it will actually can darken your hair as well as help like get rid of dandruff if you have dandruff. You know, if you're surviving, you want to make sure you have dark hair and no dandruff. So a lot of people do this, but what they do is they make tea out of hibiscuses. You've probably heard of this. Everyone just calls it hibiscus tea. That's basically what it is. It's a tea made out of hibiscuses. But anyways, you can make hibiscus tea, and there's a lot of cool things about hibiscus tea. Well, one of the things that people do is that they drink hibiscus tea without sugar, and it works as a diuretic, as a natural diuretic for people with kidney problems. And it also helps elevate your mood if you're kind of depressed, maybe a little depressed. It'll also help elevate your mood. So how you make tea is, I'm pretty sure, I've actually never made it before, surprisingly. All you do, as I think, is you take some water, and you can either boil it or not boil it, and you just take a bunch of hibiscus petals, put it in the water, and I think you could either just leave it sitting for a few hours or maybe boil some water and then put the petals in. Probably both of those would work. And another cool thing about hibiscus tea is it reduces your blood pressure. So if you have really high blood pressure, then maybe having some hibiscus tea will help reduce your blood pressure and keep it more like under control, not super high. Okay, so not only do people make tea out of the hibiscuses, but they also make tea from the actual leaves, which, like I said, are a bit chewy. But anyway, you can still make tea out of them. So to make leaf hibiscus tea, it's the same way, I think, as how I just said to make hibiscus tea. You can either boil some water and put the leaves in, or not boil the water and put some leaves in, however you would like. But what leaf tea does is it builds an immunity. It builds your immune system to like common colds and cough, and like getting colds when you're a little bit sick. It'll help build an immune system to that, drinking leaf tea from hibiscus plants in particular. And it also, when you drink leaf tea, it helps you eat less and digest food more efficiently, so it reduces your fat. Drinking leaf tea will help you out because it'll make you digest food better, more efficiently, and it'll make you feel like you don't need to eat as much. Another cool property of the hibiscus leaf tea is that it slows down your aging, and in some cases it can prolong your life, so you could possibly live longer from drinking leaf tea or even hibiscus tea. here and there. Okay, so with all this stuff said, this does not mean to go into your backyard and take all the leaves and flowers off of your parents' garden. What I'm saying is that there are lots of uses for it. So doing this once in a while, maybe making some tea, or in an emergency, in a survival situation, this is really cool to know, because you can't always get your hands on like medicines from maybe like a hospital or a pharmacy or something. So it's good to know cool stuff like this. So don't go and raid your parents' backyard and take all the leaves and flowers off of their plants. But in an emergency, then I'd say you can do that if it means saving your gut, if it means helping you out in an emergency. So that's all the information that I got for you guys for hibiscus plants. That's pretty cool stuff, in my opinion. What's really cool about me doing these wild edibles is that I'm actually learning, because I actually like look up more information, I do a bunch of research and find out more cool stuff about hibiscus plants. And yeah, so it's helping me out, and which is helping you guys out, which is helping me out, which is helping you guys. So it's like an awesome teamwork. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was the second episode of Wild Edibles. Go ahead and eat yourself some hibiscuses.